Jabber jabber. You know what? What? Is this on? Is this thing on? Hey, this might be my chance. They don't even know that I'm really from Kentucky. How do you work this thing? Jabba jabba with two twos. He's got some Royal Rumble notes here. What? 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 I gotta go. I gotta go. I hear something. Alright, guys. Welcome to Jabber Jabber with Farley and Two Tooth, otherwise known as Porky's Boys. But as you can see, it's just Two Tooth here, no Farley. We kind of split up, did our own thing. We got a new format going. And he recently did a top 10 video. I'm recording here at my place. We're still going to do the WFW on Wednesdays. This video was supposed to be out sooner, but we had videos lined up already. So I'm going to go and I'm going to give a review on the 2018 Royal Rumble. As you can see, it's just Two Tooth now. There's no Farley. The only Farley fragment we have is right here, and I think I got to cover that up because it makes me sick looking at it. Anyway, we got our P.O. box here. If you want to send us any mail or questions or cool shit we can hang up behind us or whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, this is Jabber Jabber with Two Tooth, and I'm going to talk about the 2018 Royal Rumble. It starts off in Philly, obviously, and how ironic, Philly won the Super Bowl, so that worked out pretty good for everybody. The only complaint I have about this pay-per-view is there wasn't much suspense on who was going to win the matches. The matches were pretty much, you knew who was going to win because they had to set up for further matches down the line. First off, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. I think we all knew that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn weren't going to pull this off, because what would they do with that going into Fastlane, I believe it is, in WrestleMania? Styles has to have that belt for the winner of the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Rumble is not going to face Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, correct? And we all know that Roman Reigns is probably facing Brock Lesnar for the other one. So anyway, the wonderful part about this is all three of these guys are great workers. I mean, they sell great, and AJ does some moves that, I mean, they'll blow your mind if you watch him. Does a flip into a reverse DDT. I mean, he was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I can't even remember what there was. But at the end of the match, there was an overly dramatic tag or attempted tag between Owens and Zayn, and their hands, they could have touched if they wanted to. I know we all saw that, but they didn't touch, so there wasn't a tag. AJ Styles ended up rolling them up for the pin, and of course backstage, Owens and Zayn complained because it was the wrong guy, because there wasn't a tag. Yada yada yada. They looked at Shane. Shane says, "Yep," and that was pretty much the end of that. It was a great match though. All three of those guys are unbelievable. Then we had the 2 out of 3 falls between Benjamin and Gable and the Usos. And before I get into that, what happened to the Bludgeon Brothers? I don't know if they're on Raw, SmackDown, whatever. It doesn't matter. But they had this big push, and I haven't seen them lately. And I think they could do a lot more with the Bludgeon Brothers. They should have been in this in some way, somehow. But anyway, back to that. Surprisingly, the Usos got 2 pinfalls. The first one took a while. They built up the story. Got a quick roll up for the second pin, and it was over. I mean, pretty fast. Then, of course, the pinning the wrong Usos thing again. I mean, that's getting old. We got to get rid of that. Everybody should know which one is Jay and which one is Jimmy by now. Let's get rid of the whole pinning the wrong guy. Jeez, I mean, that's getting really old. All right, now we get to the Rumble itself, the Men's Royal Rumble. Who draws number 1? It's Rusev Day. Aiden English introduces Rusev. And then, number 2 is dun, dun, Finn Balor comes out. So a good 1-2 with Finn Balor and Rusev. Then Rhino comes out. Corbin comes out. So there's 4 in the ring before we even have an elimination. Then Rhino's eliminated by Corbin. Corbin's eliminated by Finn. Then we have a streak of a bunch of guys coming in with no eliminations. First, it's Heath Slater, but he never makes it to the ring. He gets attacked by Corbin, and Corbin's on his way out. he smashes Slater. So Slater's laying on the ground. It comes to the next guy supposed to come in, which is Elias. Elias smashes Slater. Cien Almas smashes Slater. Then Bray comes, he smashes Slater. Then Big E comes, he smashes Slater. Then Ty Dillinger's in the back, and he gets attacked by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And there's a little thing between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn says, "Oh, I'll take care of this." So Sami Zayn goes out in place of Dillinger, and by the way, Dillinger came out at number 10. So we're up to number 10, and there's only been 2 eliminations. Sami Zayn takes a spot, and finally Slater's in the ring. So Sami Zayn actually helped Slater into the ring, both of them at the same time. Or no, I'm sorry, Sheamus. Sheamus is the one that helped Slater in. Zayn gave him a little swat too on the way out. So Sheamus throws him in. And then Sheamus is eliminated by Slater, ironically. And it's Sheamus' birthday. First he helps in Slater after Slater was smashed by 8 people. Then Slater knocks him out, and it's his birthday. What a birthday present. And then Slater's eliminated by Bray. So then comes Elijah Woods, Apollo Crews, then Nakamura. Then our next elimination is Sami Zayn is thrown out by Nakamura. In comes Cesaro, Kofi Kingston. Then Apollo Crews is eliminated by Cesaro. In comes Jinder. And then in comes Rollins. Then Rollins eliminates somebody. Then Kofi Kingston is thrown out of the ring. But of course, one of his, I think it's his left foot, lands on Xavier Woods. So both feet didn't touch the ground. They put pancakes down. He steps on the pancakes. They catapult him in over the ropes, over top of Jinder. And then Kofi eliminates Jinder. And then Kofi is immediately eliminated by Cien Almas, who had a good showing, by the way. Cien Almas, who just won, defended his belt the night before at NXT TakeOver Philly, and he came in the Royal Rumble, which is weird because usually when they come into the Royal Rumble, it seems like they're making that move up, but I don't think Cien Almas is coming up since he's holding the title. Then comes Matt Hardy. Then Rusev is eliminated by Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, which is ironic because Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt face off when they get in the ring, but then they work together to eliminate Rusev. And then Hardy and Bray are both eliminated by each other, which was kind of funny. They flipped each other over the top rope. You know how that goes. They clothesline each other. In comes dun 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 dun. You can't see me. Cena runs in, eliminates Elias. That feud's brewing. We don't know what's going to happen there. Actually, I know what's going to happen because I've seen Raw, but we're not going to talk about that. Then, stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. Yeah, that's right. The hurricane came back. Gregory Helms. And then he's eliminated by Cena right away. Then, it's Rusev Day. Aiden English comes in. Then Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby! So we got Aiden English and Adam Cole back to back. English is eliminated by Finn Balor. In comes the Viper, Randy Orton. And he gives an RKO to Cien Almas that is unbelievable. I think I said Almas was out, and he wasn't out at this point. He is eliminated by Orton after he gets the RKO. He did a springboard off the top rope, and Randy Orton gave him an RKO off the top rope. It was fucking amazing. Oops, we might have to beep that out. In comes Titus, Miz, and Rey Mysterio. Then Adam Cole, baby, is eliminated by Mysterio. Mysterio gives a 619 to the Miz. Then comes dun, 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 Roman. Boo. Titus is eliminated by Roman. Then the Miz is eliminated by Rollins and Roman together. Then Rollins is eliminated by the big dog, man. When kind of a little surprised there, they looked at each other, gave a little grin. So I don't think anything's brewing with that, but it was kind of a little nice twist. Then we had the last two come in, number 29 and 30, Goldust, which was really weird, and Ziggler, which was, I kind of get Ziggler, but nobody expected him. I guess he would have fit in to win the Rumble because of what he did with his belt. But, I mean, when this Rumble started, we all had it narrowed down to Orton, Cena, Reigns, Nakamura, pretty much. I mean, that's who we thought was going to win, at least me anyway. So here's what we're down to. We're down to Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Goldust, John Cena, Nakamura, Rey Mysterio, and Randy Orton. Goldust is eliminated by Ziggler. Ziggler is eliminated by Finn. So Ziggler didn't even stay in that long. So now we're down to Cena, Mysterio, Randy Orton, and they square up with Nakamura, Finn, and Roman. Old against the new, kind of. Which Cena, Mysterio, and Orton, I mean, they're veterans. Veterans against the Nakamura, Finn, and Roman, the newer guys. Mysterio gets a 619 on Roman and Orton. And then Orton gives an RKO to Nakamura. Orton's eliminated by Roman. Then here comes another 619 on Cena and Roman at the same time. That was, that's kind of silly. I mean, they're both laying there. Those 619s don't do much for me because they got to lay there on the ropes. They know what's coming. But whatever. It's Mysterio. Then Mysterio's eliminated by Finn Balor. So we're down to the final four. We got Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and Roman Reigns. Now at this point, I'm thinking Cena or Reigns. Maybe Finn. I don't know. But with Finn coming in at number 2, you know, it's kind of shady. And of course, he was eliminated next by John Cena. Then Cena was eliminated by Nakamura. So we're down to Roman Reigns and Nakamura, and I started getting worried. I thought for sure Roman was going to pull this off. They meet in the center of the ring. Nakamura does his only promo that he really knows how to do. Come on! And he eliminates Roman Reigns. You know, not too bad. Bit of a surprise, but not a big surprise. He announces right away that he wants to face AJ Styles. The Bar faces Rollins and Jordan next for the Raw titles. Now Rollins and Jordan, Jordan never got in the match. He ended up getting hit in his head. He tried to tag himself in. He played it good. He played it really well. He got in his head like he had a concussion and tagged himself back out. So Rollins fought the whole match all by himself. The Bar ends up winning. Rollins and Jordan lost their belts. Then we have the Braun, Kane, and Lesnar match. We kind of knew how this was going to go. Kane was in that match to take the pin. I mean, that's what I thought all along. I mean, I couldn't see Braun winning the belt because they're going to want Lesnar at WrestleMania to defend that title. So I kind of knew Lesnar was going to win. I figured Kane was going to take the pin. It kind of played out the way I thought it would. Just a bunch of wreckage. Kane taking the pin. The Women's Rumble. A lot of people said they liked it. I wasn't a big fan of it because the women were too short. And you know how most people go out of the Rumble, they have their arms out draped across the top, they get the clothesline, they flip out. Well, the women were too short. They almost had to jump out themselves. There wasn't, they weren't pushed out. They pretty much had to get themselves out. It was really weird. But, and of course, Asuka won. I mean, there's no surprise there. We knew Asuka was going to win. There's no way that anybody else but Asuka was going to win that. Then Ronda Rousey comes out at the end, points at the WrestleMania sign. So I don't know how this is going to play. I'm assuming Asuka is going to face one of them, and then Ronda Rousey will face the other. I don't know how they're going to play that out. Obviously, Roman Reigns probably against Brock, AJ and Nakamura, which is going to be great. Overall, not a bad Royal Rumble. I wasn't a big fan of the women's because they just weren't big enough. They looked too fake. They had to pretty much jump out of the ring. I'm surprised Shayna Baszler didn't make an appearance. I really thought she was going to come through. It's nice to see a lot of the NXT guys. Adam Cole would be a nice addition to SmackDown. I don't know who they're going to bring up from NXT. There's usually a couple that come up from NXT for the Rumble and then they stay up. I'm not sure. There was a few women that came up too. Obviously Ember Moon came up for the Women's Rumble, but she's a champion. She ain't going nowhere. I think Baszler's going to take the NXT title and Moon's going to move up. That's my opinion. That's what I think's going to happen. Other than that, not a bad Rumble, man. Except for it was too predictable. You knew who was going to win matches just because of WrestleMania coming up. You knew what they're going to set up, and you knew what they weren't going to have happen. So, good stories were told in the ring, good matches. Just the negative was the Women's Rumble. They're just not big enough. They can't flip over that top rope. It looked too fake to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my review of the 2018 Royal Rumble. I hope you enjoyed it. And I don't remember which day, but I think it's tomorrow. I'm going to do the Raw review from last night. I don't know. I have to call Farley even though I don't like him anymore. And we'll see you Well, wait. Skip will see you Wednesday. Or maybe it'll be Two Tooth. I don't know. Speaking of that, my chair seems out of place and I don't know, something ain't right in here. I have to look around. Anyway, it's Two Tooth for Jabber Jabber, Porky's Boys, P.O. Box over here. We'll see you Wednesday, and we'll see you with the Raw review for Monday night. Thanks for watching, guys.